Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Long time no see. I've honestly been so busy with my life, with school and my other obligations, work, and I had no time to get behind the camera and film a video for you guys. But now I'm on break and I am away from school and I'm taking a little breather, and I'm so happy to be back filming for you guys, and it was quite fun to actually be back and to do something with makeup because I haven't really done much with makeup lately, which is so sad. But since it's the holiday season, I wanted to make a holiday look for you guys, and this is just a very classic makeup look that anybody could rock. I think anybody could wear this lipstick. People are going to obviously have to replace like the blushes and the eyeshadows with colors that are going to fit them best. But honestly, I'm loving this makeup. I love this lipstick. I love the holidays. I love this time of year, and I just want to thank you guys so much for watching and tuning back into my channel. Please like this video and don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you in the video. Bye guys. So my face is super red right now because I tried to film this whole video and then my camera just died, it overheated, and it didn't even save the film. So I'm super annoyed right now with it, but I got a new camera recorder, so that's why my face looks really red right now. I really just don't want to wear primer because I feel like this foundation is not going to need primer with my skin, and I'm actually really excited to try this out because it's been all the rave lately on YouTube and people swear by this stuff, so I really want to give it a go myself. And this is the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte Foundation, and I'm in the shade 107. From recording this the first time, this is a little bit too dark for my skin, but I do use a lighter concealer to help balance out the darkness of the foundation, so it looks a-okay in the end. So I'm just going to dip my beauty blender on my hand where I have the foundation and just dot it all over my face. And what surprised me the most about this foundation is how golden it is, because usually drugstore foundations are usually super beige and pink, and that's most cases when I try out foundations, and that's why I usually stray away from drugstore. But this one is just amazing. Like, this is a great foundation if you have really golden undertones. And this is covering up my redness so nicely. And it also does a really good job at covering some blemishes or discoloration on the skin. So if you have oily skin or even normal skin, I think this would be a really good foundation for you. Like, especially with people, for example, my sister, who has acne prone skin and she is on the oilier side, this would be such a good product for her. This foundation also blends super nicely on the skin. It's very liquidy, and so therefore it's going to blend a lot better on the skin, but this foundation is still providing very full coverage. To me, it's full coverage, which is amazing. Also, a trick that I really like doing on myself and on my clients is I will blend it into my hairline. I find that your hairline is naturally a lot lighter than your face, no matter what color you are. So it's really important that you're blending your foundation into your hairline to make it look more natural instead of looking like a mask of foundation. So far, this foundation has really nice coverage. And it honestly feels like I already powdered my skin, and I think it's because it's a matte finish. Even though on the back it does say a demi-matte finish, personally I think this is a full matte finish. And it feels really nice. It doesn't feel too heavy, it doesn't look cakey, it looks really nice right now. The next thing I'm going to do is correct my under eyes. My favorite one so far is the Nars Radiant Creamy Concealer, and this one is in the shade Honey, and with this shade it has a lot of peach undertones in it, and that's perfect for what we want to use because the peach is really going to correct the blueness underneath our eyes, and this is also a very full coverage product, so it really is going to make sure it is flawless underneath our eyes. And I like to focus it right in the tear duct right here because that's where the most darkness appears. and then just to bring it out right here. I don't want to put on too much because I like to use my beauty blender and to actually blend and spread out the product. And I'm blending it outward, and I'm also blending it a little bit down just to make sure we cover all that darkness. I just got this in the mail, which I'm super excited to try because everybody loves this product. And this is the Tarte Shapetape Concealer. I think the packaging is adorable on this. I love the cap. But as you can tell, the shade compared to my skin is super light, and I did not realize I ordered such a light shade. So I'm going to mix it with a darker concealer, and I'm going to use the Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer in medium. And I'm just going to place this one on top first, and then I'm going to put the Shape Tape Concealer on second. And I like to bring the concealer all the way down to my nose, and then also on the side of my nose. You guys, this smells so good. Oh. So I'm just going to dab it on, just like so. And with my beauty blender, I'm going to use the pointier edge of the blender, and I'm going to blend it in. Wow, this concealer is really full coverage. The Shape Tape one. Wow. Now I'm just going to highlight the rest of my face. And I'm going to use both concealers again, and I'm going to get my chin, the bridge of the nose, and then my forehead. And then I'm just going to dab a little bit of the Shape Tape on top. Next, I'm going to use my Mercier Translucent powder. I love using this powder to set my highlight just because it is actually a brightening powder. So it is going to add some brightness to the areas that you want to brighten. And then also, it really does, I think, the best job at making sure your under eyes don't crease. I think this is one of the only powders that I find that my under eyes especially never ever crease when I'm wearing a full face of makeup for a very long time. So what I'm going to do with the powder is I'm just going to dip my beauty blender into the actual product, and instead of baking my under eyes, I'm just going to set them. So I'm going to use the sponge, and I'm just going to tap this into my skin, and I'm just going to blend it out. I'm not going to let the product actually sit on my face and bake. I just want to set it. And again, with the same side. And then I'm going to use this powder, and I'm going to set my areas where I highlighted the center of my face. Next, I'm going to powder my entire face using the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in Medium Plus. So with this big fluffy brush, I don't really need to set my face because this is a mattifying foundation, but I'm just going to set just a tiny bit really quickly because I just want to make sure that none of the areas are wet. I want to make sure it's all dry. So that's the purpose of me setting my face, but only a little. And I'm avoiding the areas where I put the translucent powder because I want to keep those brighter than the rest of my face. Okay, now I'm going to start with my eyeshadow, and first I'm going to apply a cream shadow, and this is by Mercier, and this is their Caviar Stick Eyeshadow in Sugar Frost. Oh, and I also put on eye primer too, which is really, really important. So I'm just going to put this all over my eyes. Next, I'm going to go in with eyeshadow, and I'm going to start with this color right here in my palette, and this is called Creme Brulee by Makeupgeek. And I'm just going to be applying this color right in my crease. And I'm going to use a darker shade, but I am going to keep in the category of the warm colors. And I'm going to be using this shade right here in the palette. And this is Urban Decay Beware eyeshadow. It's one of my new favorites. I'm placing this color directly in my crease, so right where you can feel your crease, your socket right in the eye, that's where you want to place the color. I'm just going to follow it all the way down. Next, I'm going to be using this shade right here in the corner, and this is MAC's Mulch eyeshadow. I'm going to place that color right on the outer part of my eye. I'm going to blend it inward, and I'm also going to blend it up a little bit into my crease. Next, I'm going to do the lid color, and the eyeshadow is by Stila, and this is in the shade Bubbly. They don't sell this individually. You can only get it in their in the light palette, I believe. And I'm gonna place this color probably 2/3 of the way out. I don't want to apply it all the way back here because that's where we applied the Mulch shade by MAC. And with my MAC 224, I'm just going to blend that once more. Now this is the best part of the eyeshadow, in my opinion, is adding glitter. This is by Urban Decay, and this is their, it's like their metallic eyeshadow. It doesn't really say the name, but it looks like this, and the shade is very metallic-y, and this is in Space Cowboy. And I'm going to use my finger. I'm going to sweep that on my eyelid. I'm keeping the shadow just on the 2/3 of my inner eyelid because that's where we put the gold. So I did my eyeliner off camera just because it's really difficult to try and film doing your eyeliner, especially a wing liner, and that's actually what I did. I did do a wing eyeliner. Now I'm gonna curl my eyelashes and do my mascara. And the mascara I'm going to use is a Too Faced Better Than Sex Mascara. This is my favorite. It is the best, and you need it in your life, period. Next, I'm going to put some eyeshadow underneath my eyelid, and I'm gonna go back in with the shade Beware by Urban Decay. And then lastly, I'm going to use the shade right here in my palette, and this is by Makeupgeek, and this is called Mocha. It's a very pretty neutral dark brown. I'm going to put it right underneath my lash line. This will help make your bottom lashes look a lot more defined and have a lot more volume to it. So I really love doing this to my eyes because it makes such a big difference. To do my bottom mascara, I'm going to use the Clinique Bottom Lash Mascara, and also I will be tightlining my eyes with the Hourglass 1.5mm eyeliner. And this does also make a huge difference to your eyelashes. It really does give them a ton of volume, and it also makes them look darker as well. Next, I'm going to finish off the rest of my face, and I'm going to contour / bronze, and I'm going to be using my little sample of the Hoola bronzer right here. I love using this also as a contour color because it is the perfect neutral. It's not too warm, it's not too cool. It works for so many people, and it's also matte, so it works so nicely. And then I'm going to bronze my forehead. And then I'm going to contour my temples right here. And I'm keeping above that highlight that we put on because the highlight is going to help make that contour really defined. So you want to keep it right above. And then again, I'm using that contour color, but with a small eyeshadow blending brush. And I'm going to contour my lips, so I'm going to put it right underneath here. This is going to make the lips look bigger. I'm also going to contour my nose, so I kind of like to start right at the end of my eyebrow right here. And I don't like to really swirl my brush in because I don't want too much, because too much of the powder will just make you look like you have a very weird nose. So I like to just very lightly just kind of drag it down the edge of the bone on your nose. So you can feel there's a bone right there. That's kind of where you want to drag your the product down. Now I'm going to do some blush, and I'm going to use my favorite blush of all time, which is this one right here in the corner, and this is by Nars, and it's called Orgasm. I hate the name, but it's a great product. It's a beautiful pinky peach color with some gold shimmer, and it looks beautiful on light to medium to even tan skin. I'm going to start it on the apples of my cheeks and just blend it back to my hairline. Lastly, for my face, I'm going to highlight, of course, and I'm going to use the Anastasia Glow Kit, and I'm going to be using the shade Bubbly, which is right here down in the left corner, and I'm just going to dab it on because I don't want it too harsh. I just want a really nice glow, not a highlight streak. And then I'm going to bring it down my nose, so I like to start right here between my eyes and just kind of drag it down. And a little bit right in front of my eyebrows, my cupid's bow. This will be perfect when we apply our red lipstick. It's going to make it stand out. So I just put on eyelashes off camera, and I used the House of Lashes in Sweet Romance. I mean, you can't really see them because they're on my eyes now. And now it's time for the best part of the makeup, which is a bold red lip. So first I'm going to start off by lining my lips with the MakeupForever Aqua Lip Pencil in 8C. So I'm going to overdraw just the top part of my lip a little bit, just because I really like when my top lip is the same size as my bottom lip. So next for the lipstick, I'm going to be using the color, hold on, this is the Nars Audacious lipstick, I think that's how you say it, and Rita, and it's just a true red. You can't really see it too well, but it's right there. And this is the completed makeup. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys!